On the 23rd of November, just a couple of days ago, something unexpected took place in the Afar region of northern Ethiopia. There is a volcano known as the Hale Gubbi volcano, a volcano that had been silent for nearly 12,000 years. It was considered completely dormant. But suddenly it woke up and erupted with enormous force. For the people living in the nearby Afar district, the situation turned chaotic within minutes. The eruption was so powerful that it blasted a huge column of ash almost 14 kilometers straight into the atmosphere, high enough to reach the altitude used by many international flights. In nearby villages of the Adara district, ash fell from the sky like grey snow. Residents started coughing, animals struggled to find clean drinking water or fresh grass, and the entire region looked like it had been dusted with a thick layer of grey powder. But what happened afterward was even more surprising. Fast-moving winds, blowing at nearly 100 to 120 kilometers per hour, lifted this ash high into the air and carried it across the Red Sea. From there, the ash cloud drifted over Yemen, moved across Oman, and continued its journey over the Arabian Sea, forming a massive plume that could even be seen from space. Satellite images captured a long, continuous trail of sulfur dioxide and volcanic particles stretching for more than 3,700 kilometers. Around 11 p.m. on Monday, this ash cloud finally entered Indian airspace through Gujarat. From there, it slowly moved towards Rajasthan, then over Delhi, Haryana, and Punjab. Now, this ash cloud mostly consisted of sulfur dioxide mixed with low to moderate amounts of volcanic ash. But the key detail is that this ash was traveling very high up. As mentioned earlier, the volcanic plume shot up nearly 45,000 feet, while most domestic flights in India travel at altitudes below 33,000 feet. However, international flights, especially those traveling to the Middle East, Europe, and the USA, fly at much higher levels where exactly this volcanic ash was drifting. Just imagine a volcanic plume shooting 14 kilometers vertically. The raw energy behind this is astonishing, almost like watching nature launch a rocket. Inside a volcano, magma holds dissolved gases such as water vapor, carbon dioxide, and sulfur gases. When pressure builds up over years or centuries, all those gases release at once, similar to opening a shaken soda bottle. Except this explosion happens on the scale of a mountain. At such heights, the ash enters the upper troposphere, 10 to 12 kilometers, and even the lower stratosphere, above 12 kilometers. This is the zone where volcanic ash can spread across entire continents, block sunlight, slightly cool temperatures, and disrupt global aviation. Because long-distance flights cruise at these same altitudes. Since this volcano had never erupted in recorded history, it tells us how active the East African rift system actually is. This directly connects to a major geological topic. Is Africa slowly splitting into two continents? The Ethiopian rift is part of the East African rift system, one of the most significant geological processes happening right now. Africa is slowly dividing into two massive land masses. The Nubian Plate, West Africa, the Somali Plate, East Africa. Over thousands of years, this rifting will create a brand new ocean in the middle of the continent, just like the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden were formed in ancient times. Ethiopia lies on a unique geological hotspot called the Afar Triple Junction, one of the most active tectonic regions on Earth. Here, three tectonic plates meet and are pulling away from each other. The Nubian plate moving west, the Somali plate drifting east, and the Arabian plate shifting northeast. This creates a Y-shaped tear in the Earth's crust. Because the crust is stretching apart, hot mantle material rises closer to the surface. Large amounts of gas-rich magma accumulate below ground, and when that pressure finally escapes, it produces extremely powerful vertical eruptions, just like the one that sent ash 14 kilometers into the sky. By around 10:30 p.m. on Tuesday, satellite observations from the Indian Meteorological Department confirmed that the ash plume had completely exited India and was drifting towards China. This entire event is a reminder of how interconnected our planet is. A volcanic eruption in a remote part of Ethiopia can send ash to India, then further towards China, affect international flight routes, and even alter the atmosphere for a short period. And the biggest lesson is simple. Nature can remain silent for thousands of years, but when it finally speaks, the whole world listens. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video helped you understand the scale of this rare event.